princely, yeah, the crown goes to me. The Fresh Prince, look at how I get jazzy. First of his name, Leon will reign. I'm next up, so go ahead and crown E. Now I know that you have heard, but I'm the young David, giant killer, playing at the demons of my enemies. Caliata, Italy, think of me for centuries. They gon' sing my songs out in the streets.
What up, Pride? It's your boy Amari, back again with another reaction video. Today we're getting into Tae's latest single from his debut solo album. This is pretty exciting for me. I was actually afraid that while I was gone, I was going to miss the release of this, but I'm back just in time, so it works out fantastic. The last two singles were super dope, very chill, very much in Tae's vibe, and very much in my vibe. I enjoyed it. If you haven't seen those, definitely go check those out. I reacted to the last two singles. I think I covered all the singles off this album, but if not, let me know in the comments down below. But yeah, overall, very much just groovy, cool, smooth, as Tae is known to be. So I'm expecting this to probably be something similar to that, but we shall see. Hopefully you guys are having a great day. If you're new here, definitely make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share, not to miss any more content like this, and I'm seeing all of you guys on the other side.
It's about time we get it straight. Give me a minute if it ain't too late. 대충 물이 없나 봐, babe. 애만 깊으면 해친짤 버티기가 이만큼 힘든데. Stay with me till the end of the day.
First off, that intro video part of it where they were underwater swimming with the jellyfish, that was really cool. A little nerve-wracking for me because jellyfish are incredibly dangerous depending on the species, but it reminded me a little bit of that super famous Nirvana cover, you know, the one with the naked baby in the pool of water that then grew up to sue Nirvana for that same photo shoot. Anyway, this song is really interesting. I mean, it's called Slow Dancing, so I wasn't expecting it to be like super high tempo, but again, very much in Tae's chill, groovy vibe so far. There was a little bit of melodic harmonizing and stuff going on there in the beginning, which we didn't get in the last song. The last song was just more like intimate and just him, but this one already has like some vocal layering and stuff going on, so we're gonna see how this goes. But yeah, very interesting visuals and sound.
It's about time we get it straight. Give me a minute if it ain't too late. 대충 물이 없나 봐, babe. 애만 깊으면 해친짤 버티기가 이만큼 힘든데. Stay with me till the end of the day. Maybe we could be slow dancing until the morning. We could be romancing the night away. Turning me.
I really like this. The chorus. Before I touch on like the actual music part, I want to hear the chorus. I'm assuming that that's the chorus because it talks about slow dancing. The chorus sonically is very similar to that first verse, which sounds to just be like a drum kit of some kind, and some type of synth backing. There's also an electric bass, which eats up a lot of that low end, which is really interesting. The way that the drums are EQ'd, there's not a lot of low end to them, so it leaves the bass like holding down the bottom of the mix, and so therefore it's very present in the mix, and I like that. I'm a huge fan of bass. Anybody who's heard any of my songs will know that. Like I have the bass be a huge part, if not sometimes the straight up melodic focus of my music and my songs. So there's no complaints from me here. It's very reminiscent of the last two songs on the project in just like the general vibe of it so far, which makes me think that this project as a whole is going to be like very energetically cohesive and sonically cohesive. Like if you could listen through the whole thing and like stay in that same headspace, which is also very different for BTS because BTS does not make projects like that. Their projects are typically very versatile sonically, and so this is like his own direction that he's taking this in creatively, which I think is pretty cool. I was gonna say one other thing. Oh, the fruit in the water. I don't remember where that is. It's Barbados, Jamaica, one of the Caribbean countries. That's like a thing when tourists go there. They like dip the fruit in the seawater when they eat it to like I guess get salt on the fruit or whatever. I don't know. I never did too much research in it because like I'm not a big like germaphobe, but I ain't dipping my food in no water that all y'all other nasties been in. I'm just not doing it. I don't know what kind of fish pee or people pee or whatever is in that water that I'm dipping the fruit in. So I ain't doing that. But the point is the point is that's like a really common thing for people to do when they visit a specific Caribbean country that I'm currently blanking on which one it is right now. So I said all that to say, where is this filmed? Is this filmed at insert Caribbean country that I can't think of the name of right now? If so, that would explain why they had like the little watermelon and the bananas, whatever, in the water. If not, is that like some symbolic something? Is that common in multiple different places that I'm unaware of? More information is basically what I'm saying.
Slow dancing until the morning. We could be romancing the night away. Yeah. Turning me up and back up like this. What do you want? Do you not like it? Stop teasing me, girl. Now you made me leave my heart out here. 날 찍고 올라가. 다시 누군가 그리운 데죠. 닮았던 우리가 먼 이유 같은 날. Maybe we could be slow dancing until the morning. We could be romancing the night away.
Okay, so one thing that's striking me very visually is the video. It's not in a muted color palette, but it's not super colorful, except with the, or let me put it this way: it's not super vibrant, except in small moments, say like with the snail, or like when he was looking through that thing, there was like a little shimmer on the sailboat or whatever. There's like small moments of like the like cool colors, so like blue, purple, green, whatever, purple, popping up. I don't know if I'm gonna have to watch like a bookish theories video to like get what that means, or if you guys know and want to tell me in the comment section down below. But I did notice that, and I feel like there's some reason for that. I'm kind of trained to just look for deeper meaning in BTS related content. So yeah, but it did strike me that the colors of the video, they're not like grayscaled, but they're like not like super bright, and then like there would just be like little shimmers of things. It was first apparent to me on that snail that he had by his face. It like, I don't know, looked like a shiny Pokemon or something. And then it happened again when I think he was looking through like I don't know, binoculars or something at the sailboat. So pretty cool. Pretty cool.
먼 이유 같은 날. Maybe
Oh, it was right there. Okay, so that's another moment when they did. Is that like a constellation or something that I don't know about? That they drew the you saw it just now, right before I paused again, and this, I don't know, this might be your 20th time watching the video, so you should probably know what I'm talking about. But like when it goes from like he's on the screen, and it looks like it goes to like stars, constellation, and like boom, it's like them in the water. Pretty interesting. I feel like that has significance. I don't see him putting things into his videos, especially with like the strong artistic vision that he has. I don't see him just like throwing random stuff into his videos just for the sake of throwing it into the videos. So yeah, I don't know what he's doing, but I know that he's doing something. Is my point.
Could be slow dancing until the morning. We could be romancing the night away.
Okay, so I'm gonna go back so I can hear like the full flute or whatever is happening solo in full. But and that sounds great, by the way. The colors, they're starting to show up more. That blue and yellow like tinting to things is in that space that he has all of the screens on. And this is not the first video that we've seen like a bunch of screens on like in on at the same time in the same room in one of his videos for this project. So again, like there's a little motif there, a little thematic through line, which is pretty cool. Again, I don't know what it means, but I'm picking up on the fact that it exists. You feel me? What else? Oh, in the little I don't know what it's called, but it just reminds me of like the little glass that was over the rose in Beauty and the Beast. You know what I'm talking about? It's like a little, I don't know, it's like a little glass dome thing. There was a little stick man dude. It was like made up of dots, and it was blue and yellow. You just saw it, so you should know what I'm talking about. I noticed that was moving in the same way that Tay was moving, and right before that, those dots were on his face. So I don't know what it means, but I'm just saying I picked up on it. Again, I'm seeing a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? I can hear him speaking. I just can't translate what he's saying, is what I'm saying. So, interesting. Again, visual stuff is what's really grabbing me in this video. The song and production is very mellow. I really like the inclusion of this like long flute section. It sounds like a wooden flute of some kind. But again, I ain't no flute expert, so don't take my word on it. Go Google it. Go watch it behind the scenes. If there's a behind the scenes of this, you guys know I love the behind the scenes content. So if there is in fact a behind the scenes of this, comment section down below. Drop it down there, or tell me what happens in it, because I am curious. But anyway, it sounds like a wooden flute of some kind to my ears, just based on the different variety of flutes that I've heard, either being around other flutists, what is the word for flute players? They got a funny name. What's your name? Tell me what your name is. But just being around them, I don't feel like flutist is the right word. I feel like it's a very specific name for it. And just like producing, creating songs that include different flute sounds in them. That just sounds like wooden flute to me. But back to the video. So they had the Aurora Borealis, which is like the Northern Lights, which you can see in Alaska, the Scandinavian countries, basically everything around the Arctic Circle, right? Which is really cool. It's like really hard to see in some places, but like a lot easier to see in certain other places. I don't know, but that color-wise was matching some of the other stuff that I was picking up on. The blue and yellow stuff specifically, not necessarily like the blue and purple stuff earlier, or maybe that was blue and yellow too, and I just was like colorblind for a second. But anyway, the thematic colors are matching up. Even his hair being blonde and him wearing a blue, like there's a blue and yellow like theme to it. And knowing that he was like the primary creative force behind Blue and Gray from like what was that, 3 years ago, and that was actually supposed to be on this project, like again, coloring, artistic vision. I'm picking up what he's saying. I'm just not, I can hear him through the phone. I just don't know what he's saying. It's a little bit of static. So if you could clear that up for your boy, let me know, because I do really want to know what it is that he is going for artistically here. It is very visually stimulating. I don't know what the point is, I guess. And there doesn't have to be a point to do something artistic, but like there usually is a point when artists do things artistically. If that makes sense. So yeah, really cool. The flute section, back to that, has like this like top line section which like started out the melody, which is higher, and then there's also the like backing flutes, which makes me think of like, I don't know if you guys have ever seen those instruments that are like multiple flutes together. I'm not talking about a harmonica. Before you guys be like, are you talking about harmonica? No, like actual, they're like multiple tubes that you like blow in, and each tube is like tuned to its own thing. That's just what it made me think of. I don't think that that's the instrument that they're playing, but given the multiple flute sections happening simultaneously, because flutes are one of the instruments that are not polyphonic, which means that they can't make chords. They can only do individual notes. Like, as far as I'm aware, the only instruments that are like legit polyphonic are guitars and keyboards, which is part of the reason why they're so popular. But then there's like other instruments like violins and stuff where you can play like a couple notes at the same time, but you can't like really make chords on them. But I ain't a violinist either, so if I'm wrong on that, I'm sure somebody will actually me in the comments. But based on what I remember from being in school, that's how that works. So I say all of that to say that flutes, you can't really make chords, so those are definitely different flute sections happening. It's not the same person playing multiple flutes probably, but if it is, that would be cool too. And if it is, it's likely one of those multi-tube flute instruments, which are pretty cool, but I know nothing about. So I'm just throwing that out there. If you're interested in it, go do research. If not, then you probably already fast forward past my rambling. So I guess see you at the end or on the next video or something, which you wouldn't be seeing this to even hear me say that. So fuck it, let's continue. Okay, yeah, that one was super creative and different. I wish that there was one more chorus at the end just to like book in the song after that long solo section with the flute. Also curious who played that flute. Would be cool if it was Tay, but I don't know if he plays the flute, if he's a flautist or whatever flute players are called. Flautist sounds right. I feel like that might be it. If this was like the intro on the album, I don't know where this is on the album track list. I haven't seen it yet. If this is the outro and then they just like lead off with the flute thing, that could be cool too. But just personally, if I could hear the chorus one more time, that would have been cool. That's the only thing I really got to say about it. Other than that, it was cool. Very artistic video. Just vibey, you know. Tae is kind of just a vibey person. This whole album, all these songs have been vibey, but yeah, very artistic, very different, very, hey, we're gonna shoot a music video, but we're also gonna have the time of our lives, and more respect to that. They ended up with like a bunch of crowns on their heads at the end of the video. They were in a van earlier, like kind of passing around the crown, and so they each ended up with their own crown, which was pretty cool. Good messaging there. So anyway, let me know what you guys thought about it in the comment section down below. While you're down there, definitely make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share, not to miss any more content like this. And I'll be seeing all of you guys here on the channel next time. Peace.
Princely, yeah, the crown goes to me. The Fresh Prince, look at how I get jazzy. First of his name, Leone will reign. I'm next up, so go ahead and crown E. Now I know that you have heard, but I'm the young David, giant killer, playing at the demons of my enemies. Caliata, Italy, think of me for centuries. They gon' sing my songs out in the streets.